Hi, I'm Jane Fendelman. I want to talk to you about playing full out. If you're not playing life full out, you are having a dreary life, I bet. Or maybe just kind of a half-assed life. Anyway, you have to play life really full out. I had a fantastic experience of this. I'm kind of a full out person normally anyway. So I was in California a couple months ago visiting one of my favorite best girlfriends, Tiffany. So Tiffany and I wound up going to West Hollywood to a virtual reality studio. It was so much fun. Our dear friend Bivas recommended it. He writes virtual reality programs. That's how we heard about it. We heard about it from him. So you walk into this place, neither one of us had ever been there before. They have a menu. There's virtual reality things you can do with another person where you can see each other in the scene. So we wanted to do that. So they take us back into the back and they put these goggles on you that are connected to a wire that goes to the ceiling, and you have gizmos that make your hands work. And there's rows and rows of these, they're like stalls. There's like a half wall. There's a half wall, and then there's 3 walls around you. So I couldn't see Tiffany on the other side of the wall, but I could see her once we had the goggles on. And there's other people in these other stalls, and you can kind of stand there and watch them if you want to, and they have their goggles on. Anyway, there was lots of young boys there, because I guess this is like a really popular young boy thing to do. Virtual reality. But, oh my God, it was so cool. So, okay, so I'm hooked up into the thing, and there's a woman that kind of watches you so you don't like go berserk and smack into a wall and, hit your face on a wall. Once it started and we did this evolution thing, we started out as little amoeba and this primordial ooze, and we could look all around us. And you could see other paramecium and protozoa and all this cool stuff. And I could look over and I could see Tiffany, and she looked like a little blob with eyes, and we couldn't really talk to each other, and we had no hands. So the gizmos. So then we evolved into these things that crawled out of the primordial ooze, and like a little tadpole. No, first we turned into a tadpole. Anyway, eventually we had hands. So we were little creatures. We turned into dinosaurs, and we could make noises to each other, like dinosaur noises, like whenever I tried to talk to her. I mean, I could actually make words. She could understand me. We could understand each other. But it came out like, anyway, it was hilarious because every time we evolved to a new creature, our voices changed. Then we were gorillas, and we sounded like this. It was hilarious. And we're running. Oh, first it was a dinosaur chasing us. Lots happened, okay? But the point is of the whole thing, toward the end, we started to become human beings. We were business people, and we were walking with briefcases. I was actually a man. She goes, look at, I go, oh my God, you're a businesswoman. She goes, look at you, you're a man. And I was like, oh my God, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. So we're like running down the sidewalk with briefcases, and papers are getting stuck on us. And anyway, you had to be there. It was so cool. Eventually we became robots. Okay, so we became these super cool robot creatures. And so when we were robots, we had robot hands, and also we had, whenever we moved our robot hands, fireworks came out. Sparks came out of our fingertips. And then we had wings, robot wings, and we could fly. So I was flying and I was shooting fireworks, and I started spinning, and I was going, oh my God, this is so cool. This is so cool. Like I'm talking to Tiffany, and she's talking to me. I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing. I'm spinning. I'm throwing fireworks out of my hands. I'm going like this. I mean, at one point I started to smack into the wall, and I felt the lady put me back in the middle of the room. So I'm like this and this and this and this. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. The whole thing was like 25 minutes long, and then it was over. And the lady comes into each of our rooms, and she comes into my room, and she takes the gizmos out of my hands, and then she takes the goggles off my head, and you can't see jack shit when you have these goggles on. So she takes the goggles off of me, and I was like, oh my God, that was so neat. That was so neat. That was so neat. And I turn around, and all the boys who are in the gaming area, who are finished, are standing there watching me while I was spinning around and doing the fireworks and stuff. I'm not doing this, this, and this. And all these boys were watching me doing all that shit. It was so hilarious. So here's the point of the thing. The best thing that you can do for yourself for your life is to have the willingness to look like a fool. The worst thing that a person can have is that need to look perfect and to look perfectly put together and to not be embarrassed. In fact, a million years ago, like 24 years ago when I was in this enlightenment group, our teacher would give us homework assignments to go out and do something that made us look like a fool, something to go out to embarrass ourselves, to look embarrassed. And one of the assignments he gave to everybody every now and then was to go out to a busy rush hour intersection and cross the intersection backwards, clucking like a chicken. To walk backwards, clucking like a chicken through an intersection in rush hour traffic just to embarrass ourselves. So it's a great thing to be able to do to overcome embarrassment. You need to do it. Everybody needs to do it. Once you overcome embarrassment, you can pretty much do anything in your life. You won't be scared to look stupid. So don't be scared to look stupid. If I could grant one wish and wave my magic fairy godmother wand for you, it would be that you give up the fear of looking stupid. So find opportunities to embarrass yourself, play full on, live life full throttle. Don't live life with the brakes on, and you're going to have a much, much happier life than you would have otherwise. So, as always, I love you. It's been great talking to you, and I'll see you next time.